My name is John Barry. A few years ago, I came to Diana. To put it bluntly, I had a nervous breakdown. I was going to pick up my sons one day. I got into my vehicle. I literally tried to press the button to start the SUV and I couldn't. Brings back some memories right now, even talking about it. And I literally started crying. I had a lot going on in my personal life that I just wasn't dealing with. I didn't know how to handle it, where to go. My job was just to take care of my sons. My wife and I had split up, ex-wife now, and I didn't know where to turn, where to go to next. I had to go pick up my sons. What was maybe a 13-minute drive, it felt like over an hour. And I was scared to death just to go and get them. And right at that point, I knew I had to go and get help. Getting help isn't always that easy all the time. And when I made that decision, I'm from New York. I didn't know a lot of people down here. So like everybody else, I got on the internet. I started going through therapists who could help me. And one of the people that I saw was Diana. And I was like, okay, close to the house. They showed her picture on there, on the ad. She didn't look mean. I figured I'd go for it. I'd give her a call. And from the time that I walked in the door, she just made me feel at ease. She told me, tell me what's going on. Why are you here? I went through my whole story, told her about the breakdown that I was having trouble even to drive here from my house, which is only 9 minutes. And I was shocked that I could make it. And when I was through with my story, it was a gut punch. She did not pull any punches. She looked right at me and said, I'm just telling you right now, your marriage wasn't going to last. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but I needed to hear somebody say that to me. That the relationship that I was in was toxic. And all it was doing was bringing me not just a mental health crisis, but physically, I was drained. I couldn't do anything. So that started my journey. And after seeing Diana and her giving me the tools to how to take care of myself, I became more confident. And with what I do for a living, she had suggested, hey, your job right now, I work in labor relations and governmental affairs. You help people. Did you ever think about coaching? And my first reaction was like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi? And she goes, yes. So I found a school and I did it. I went through the schooling, got certified as a coach. From there, the first thing they tell you to do when you become a coach is to hire yourself a coach. My coach asked me, what do you want to do? I told her I want to be able to speak. I want to get up in crowds. And I want to be able to talk, to try and help people, the more people that I can. And she looked at me and said, I want you to join Toastmasters. And I thought, oh, okay. I knew what the term Toastmasters was. Did I know that it was a 100-year-old organization? Absolutely not. I had no clue, no idea. But I did it. And it brought me into a whole other world of speaking. And I can't even tell you what that organization has done for me. And not just being able to get up and tell a story, but be able to talk about it. The term people use now is talk about authentically. Being able to get up there and tell your truth and not worry about what people are thinking, because guess what? It's not their story, it's mine. So you should always be able to be comfortable telling your story. And in that, what Toastmasters brought me to next was this fall, and this is something that I didn't think I'd ever be able to do, is I'm actually going to be on the TEDx stage. I just got picked recently, and November 8th, I will be at TEDx Ocala at the College of Central Florida on November 8th, which I am extremely excited about. And I never thought too much about that old expression that there is purpose in your pain. There actually is. And for me, it all started here. Whoever thought from going from having a mental health crisis to my licensed mental health counselor telling me, I think you should become a coach. I think you'd be really good at that. To my coach telling me, I want you to join Toastmasters. To Toastmasters, actually, a few months ago, asked me to present at conference. And I did that down in Orlando for a few days. I had a phenomenal time. And then after that now, being on the TEDx stage, being able to tell my story. These are things that I never thought I'd ever accomplish, and everything started right here from day one, where we actually do a men's group as well. Because leaving here one day, I remembered having a conversation with Diana, and I thought to myself, you know something, I'm always hearing about the women's group. And I sat there, what about guys? We got issues too. And it was funny, the first time I said that in the crowd, a lot of women were all sitting there going, yep, they do. But I knew the journey was going to be a little tough with that too in regards to guys, because it does take us a little longer, yes, I'll admit it, for us to say what's bothering us. And as far as our meeting is concerned, it is like this. It is a little bit of a roller coaster. But the men that I've seen here and the ones we've been able to help, one gentleman, he had moved away, but he had let me know that he was having issues in regards to drinking, and he had stopped. And it showed me that what I'm doing, I'm on the right path and that it works. And as I said, every bit of this, where I am now and how I'm doing now, is all because of Diana and being here. And for me, she has been a godsend. She's been a lifesaver. If there's any help that you need, the first thing I can tell you is please don't be afraid. Come here. The secret to getting on that right path, that right journey, is admitting you have a problem. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And thank God, the grace of God, that I was able to put all that behind me and say, you know something, John, suck it up. You admit it. You need help. And this did it for me. And I will always be eternally grateful to Diana.